individual who came back and did some strange things. And one of the things that he did was he turned this light on.
I knew I was always protected while I was here. And I figured that's why he came back.
Married for 36 years, George and Lorraine began spending their summers at a cottage adjacent to the lighthouse. George became a caretaker to the property.
George loved this lighthouse. His main goal was to stay here. And we enjoyed it together. And we were always together.
An electrician by trade, it was George who helped the Coast Guard disconnect the tower's wiring back in 1979.
Even though the Coast Guard has taken the lights out of a lot of the lighthouses, I believe that George is still keeping this light here alive.
In January 1992, George died suddenly of a massive heart attack. A few months later, Lorraine first saw the ghost light. Since then, hundreds of others have also seen it.
You ain't gonna believe it.
See the light. It's there.
My husband and I shot the video of the ghost light back in 1993. We still don't know what it is, but it was really shocking to actually have it on tape and now show people.
You can never see it in the daytime. You normally see it from dusk at night until 8 or 9 o'clock, and then it'll be on, off and on during the night. I saw it the other morning at 10 minutes after 4.
My son Andrew came in on a sailboat here one night, and they were telling me how they actually navigated by the lighthouse light, and they followed it all the way into their sailboat.
He lived here a long time, and I think he's just keeping an eye on us and keeping an eye on the harbor.
Some people believe the ghost light is the work of pranksters. Not possible, according to Les Nichols.
The tower is locked in the evening and unlocked the following morning, and typically nobody is in the tower, and I don't know that anybody has ever been in the tower when the light's been on.
Crystal Haskey claims that when she was 6, she saw George's ghost at the top of the tower.
Her mother had told her not to go upstairs without an escort. She went up anyway.
I was kind of scared. It was dark, so I really didn't waste any time and just flew up the stairs. And at the landing, I saw the ghost of Mr. Paris.
She says, I saw the man upstairs. I said, what man? There's no man up there. She said, yes, there is. He told me to come on up.
He was standing right here. He was all pale, and he had the big tough hair. He was kind of wrinkly. He looked kind of real.
Something's lighting up that lighthouse, and it's not electricity.
We asked Al Rosenthal, an optical physicist, to bring his equipment and conduct an on-site investigation.
This is the first time we've been here. We've never seen the light. Some people tell us it's on every night. Others say they only see it very rarely. That works, moving it back. I have to lower it, which is what I want to do.
Al employs a polarimeter, which will determine whether the light is being reflected, a spectroscope to identify what kind of light, and a quadrant to pinpoint the light's location.
You can bring it down some more. That's good. Yeah.
What we want to do is to focus directly onto the tower room, right onto the lens, and make sure that when that light comes on, whatever light it is, we see it through here. Then what I'll do is to put a laser here, send it back through that way, and I'll go over to the lighthouse. I'll see where that laser spot is, and that'll at least give us a direct line of sight to the light. I've certainly been spending most of the day trying to figure out how light can bounce around inside there and come back out that lens. That's what I'm focusing on right now.
As the sun goes down, the ghost light, as it has on so many previous nights, suddenly appears.
I'm seeing a bright glow coming from beneath the lens.
So what's your next step?
I'd rather just run to that tower room right now and see what's up there. Is it locked? Is this thing locked?
I don't know.
Somebody got the key?
The door isn't supposed to be locked, and no one has a key. What they do have is a ladder, and Ben, our production assistant, must climb through the tower window and open the door from the inside.
Got it.
All right, we'll wait. What's going on?
I saw something in the corner over there, man.
What is it? He claims to have felt something or seen a shadow, and he became alarmed and dashed out that front door.
I was running down trying to get the door open for you guys. And all of a sudden I ran down, and for some reason I took a quick glance over there. There's just a black shadow, and my spine just went numb. It was more like a human form almost, but you know, I couldn't really tell. Felt scary as hell.
Undeterred, Al heads to the top of the tower. Meanwhile, down below, a couple of the crew members are locked inside, unable to open the very door that Ben managed to unlock less than an hour ago.
How did you open a broken lock? That's a good question.
Will Al Rosenthal uncover the truth behind the ghost light? Later in the show, the results of his investigation, and a surprise twist that no one expected.
There is no way to say how this lock was broken. A human by itself could not have broken this lock.
This is an audio tape of a regressive hypnosis session. It may contain evidence that reincarnation exists. On this tape are 28 facts. 28 facts of one man's life that may hold the key to another man's past life. This is Robert Snow, a captain in the Homicide Division of the Indianapolis Police Department. A 35-year veteran of the force, Snow is the prototypical cop. Analytical, no nonsense, and intensely skeptical.
Paranormal, to me, is something you see on TV. It's something that happens on the X-Files, and it happens in movies. It doesn't really happen to real people.
It all started when a friend of Captain Snow's dared him to try past life regression therapy.
And eventually I ended up saying, yeah, I'd do it, and I'll show you how stupid it is. But then I didn't really want to go do it. I really did, and I kept putting it off and putting it off. At the time, I thought particularly past lives was just a concept to explain bad things in life. I thought it was just something that people believed in because they didn't want to think they died. First off, I didn't think I could be hypnotized. I thought I was much too strong-willed. I always thought hypnotists could only hypnotize weak-willed people.
I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. And with each number that I count, you will slowly become more deeply relaxed. 10, deeper, deeper relaxed.
For the first half hour, absolutely nothing happened.
Then, Bob Snow began to talk.
There's a globe on the floor. I have a small display case and a file cabinet.
He was describing these events, and I could hardly believe it. It was so descriptive. And then what struck me most, he said, "I'm so lonely." And I began to get choked up when he said that, and because here was a man I didn't think even had any emotions.
She walked me through several scenes, and I eventually found myself in an artist studio. I saw myself painting a portrait. It was a portrait of a hunchback woman.
The session lasted nearly an hour. However, the name of the artist was never revealed to Captain Snow.
After my regression with Dr. Griffith, I was really confused about what had happened. The trouble was it was so vivid, so startling, I didn't know what to make of it.
His confusion soon morphed into obsession.
It started bugging me. It really started bugging me really badly.
He became more obsessed with it, and it seemed the more obsessed he became with it, the more it disturbed me, because it just was out of the ordinary, and I mean, it was really consuming him.
Finally, Captain Bob Snow made a decision.
When I decided I had to look into this case and